Oh, howdy folks, long time no talk, no video. Oh well, never mind, that's how it rolls. Anyway, new forest, new outlook, different machine. Some things never change, other things do. So I'm driving a 70 again instead of the 85. The 85's up for sale apparently. Gotta buy it. Someone's got to buy it yet. This thing's been sold, so I get a different machine again for the next setting. Yeah, this one's been sold to Shaw Wire Ropes. I think they're going to do it up and sell it, or they've got a buyer for it. Using the trusty old carriage there. Got Spud and the processor over there. Rocco and the loader up there. He's just loading a truck at the moment. Good views up here. We got Napier in the distance down there, a centre screen. Centre screen out there, we're looking at Cape Kidnappers. And we have Hawke Bay out there. And what you can't see in the distance is Mahia Peninsula. Well, you can see it in the morning when the sun's coming up, further back up the hill a little bit. Moving around. In the distance is there is where we started. Come down that slope down there. Come all the way down. All the wood sort of down there in front of us was shoveled across. Now we've come across round here. Just mind me watching and walking over this lovely ground. Oh, and it's pine pollen season at the moment, so everything looks a bit hazy yellow. Over there we got pollen coming out of, drifting out of the trees. Coming down there, right on the road down there, so we have to do a real tidy job. Machine assisting trees, and we come around to those trees there, and we do a line through one of the standing trees over there, that little bit of a open gap there. And then we shift off to another part of the forest. Road over there in the distance takes you out to the mill, which is sort of, I guess he's straight ahead centre of the screen there. The only problem about being out here versus Guavas is this place just turns to mud when it rains, which we had plenty of last week. So never mind, that's what happens when you're in winter logging. Got an empty truck coming in down the road down there. He's slowed down. There must be a loaded going out maybe, or he's not. Yeah, there's a loaded going out down there from one of the other crews up here. There's 3 crews up here at the moment. There's a ground base, a swing yarder, us with the hauler, and then there's another swing yarder coming in as well. So I don't know how long we're here for. That truck's just pulling wide because it's going onto a 1-lane bridge. That looks like a port load, so that'll be going straight for export, I'm guessing. Well, it might be going to the mill yet, I don't know. And that truck in the distance will be coming for either a mill load or a port load, one or the other. So out there in the distance we have the main road. That white covered area is another covered orchard. So the road goes along the beach there. See all the ships that come into Napier and everything here, so it's actually quite a good spot. Sun comes out, sun comes up over the hill there at the moment. Eventually it'll come round to there as the summer wears on and days get longer. So nice and close to home, only half an hour to home, which is actually quite good, quite nice. There's a pad up there, that's for a swing yarder, we won't be going there. There's another pad up there, that's for the swing yarder. There's the processing area up there, or loading areas up there, and they'll put a swing yarder up there as well when it comes in. So we just do all the bits what the swing yarder can't do, or the shitty bits is basically what we get. Stuff standing on the steep slope over there is all skinny stuff, and they'll use a tether and a felling machine to cut it and shovel it up the hill because it's not much. Who knows, we might end up still doing it coming back here, I don't know, who knows what's going on around this place. So those trees in the distance there, what we can see, they're only about 15 years old, so they don't get touched. And those trees there in the distance are probably 20 years old now, something like that. So when I first started, I was working over there, hooking up the logs for the hauler. So we took a 70 all the way along top of that ridge there, up to about the centre of the screen there. The stuff to the right centre of the screen there now is too young. It was planted or done by ground base. So I know what winters are like up here. Soft, shitty ground. It gets real muddy real quick and easy. North bend in with the carriage. But down there we'll probably take the carriage off and do manual braking out, so it'll be easier. So the bulldozer will be coming along the fence line down there along the road. I think on 1 or 2 points we've got a deadman dug in the ground there to hang the skyline off. So we'll be bridling around the bottom of the corner there, and there's stuff around the other side that's going to be shoveled forward on the back of a blind knob down there. Oh, fun and games, fun and games. So it looks like we've got about 8 or 9, 10, maybe 11 trees over there to pull over. Yeah, not bad, not a bad place. There's a picture of the repeater for the carriage. Quite a simple thing. Just a battery box for it. Spare battery gets charged in the hauler. At the moment there's quite a bit of pollen dust flying around the air. So the people in Napier will get sick of it over the next month, because all their cars will go yellow, and especially if you've got a black car, oh yeah, the yellow pollen really shows up. Never mind. And my phone here is getting covered in pollen as well. If I zoom in, I don't know how clear it's going to be, but there's a loaded truck that went out just going past in front of that hill there in the distance. Don't know if you can see it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Any comments will be answered if they're reasonable ones. So yeah, just ask any questions. Ask any questions, it's not a problem. Oh, we get to see fishing boats out there. What you can't see in the distance is a little, probably I don't know, 6 or 7, 8 metre boat out there fishing. A lot of recreational fishers go out in bay here from Napier. It's a great spot. Just round the corner there, straight ahead, there's a good swimming beach. The rest of this beach all the way around till, and on the other side of Napier is not very good for swimming. It's quite unsafe. There's a bit of there's a rip undertow there. But around by the port, just to the right hand side of the port there, there's a couple of good beaches there, but that's really about it for Napier. Otherwise you have to go way out behind Cape Kidnappers out there, or you go to the north, the Mahia Peninsula, where you have really good beaches. Some really nice big sandy coves. Yeah, we have another empty truck coming in, just coming behind the hill here. He's missing his trailer. There's obviously something wrong with it. So he's just doing loads with the truck only, probably to the mill. Be a great house site up here. You just got to get a road up to it without coming through the forest, that's all. Well, that knob down there in centre of screen here, well, that would be a great spot for a house there, on top of there. Never mind. Anyway, thanks for watching. This glorious winter's day here in New Zealand. And there we can really see the pollen coming out of the trees now at the centre of the screen. Sometimes you get real good clouds of it coming out. Anyway, this is an unusually warm winter's day. We're meant to have about 18, 19, 20 degrees Celsius here today, which is way too warm for winter. Never mind, we get that. Thanks for watching again. See you next time.